All right, I'm gonna drop the fuel tank before I start welding, just in case a little fire turns into a big fire. We don't want that. I'm doing all this work just for the Jeep to burn to the ground. But anyways, I got a steel gas tank in that 96 XJ of mine. And then there's a guy on the internet that talks about doing a fuel tank conversion to a 23 gallon. It's hard to remember and even spell out his screen name, so I'll throw a picture up so that I can give him credit. He's got all the information you need in order to change out these tanks, but he's a little off. This gas tank came out of a 95, and if you crawl underneath the car, on the side where the filler neck is, you can find this thing right here molded into the tank, and it says 23 on it. Okay, so that's the easiest way to tell whether or not it's got a 23 gallon tank or not. This is a 20 gallon next to it, and I mean, to the untrained eye, it's hard to tell the difference between the two of them, but the 23 gallon is significantly bigger, and it's going in that XJ over there. All right, this is the 95 ZJ gas tank. That's the steel tank out of the 96 XJ. This one here is out of a 2000 XJ. I got them all lined up on this side, and you can see how the 23 gallon is just physically wider. When I rock this thing forward, they're about the same height. It's kind of an optical illusion. This one almost looks like it might be 23 gallons, but I don't think it is. Anyways, so here's what I'm gonna do. I just happen to have this tank. It was given to me by a neighbor, and I'm actually lucky with that being said, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this fuel line out of this fuel pump, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip this in some boiling water. I'm going to pull that fitting off, and I am going to then dip this into some boiling water and pull this fitting off. No, sorry, I'm actually going to take the fuel line apart right here, and I'm basically just going to put this tube onto that elbow coming out of the 95 ZJ tank. And I'm doing that because I can easily fit this part right here into some 3/8 flexible fuel line, which is what's coming out of the 96 XJ, if I already have the stock tank underneath it still. All these have internal pressure regulators and check valves. In case this helps anybody out, the electrical connectors on the 2000 XJ and the 96 XJ are the same. The electrical connector on the 95 ZJ got a little messed up. Yeah, that's the other half. Sorry. That's what that would look like. But these are all like 5 wires. So I should be able to cut and splice the right connector onto this whip right here that I broke when I was pulling the tank out of my Jeep. This is the filler neck and hoses out of the 96 XJ. I'm gonna put that on the 95 ZJ tank. Again, this is the 23 gallon. And I should be able to make this work. I think this is gonna work. If not, you won't see it in this video. Well, don't try boiling water. I ended up stressing out this plastic connector right there at the 90-degree bend, so this thing can't be used anymore. Luckily, the fitting on the other side of this fuel line on the 95 ZJ is the same, so I just took that one off. But I kind of like sliced through the nylon tubing with a knife and just pulled it off at room temperature. I was able to successfully pull this one off after the nylon hose was heated in boiling water. And as you can see, the barb is kind of different between the two fittings. So that might make things a little challenging. This is as far as I can push it on, and I can tell the tube is stretched and thinned out a little bit when I was pulling it off of the other fitting. So I'm gonna cut this thing off right there and try and push some fresh tubing onto this fitting. We'll see. I cut it where the barb stretched out the hose to hopefully have it fit onto the barb fitting easier. That's as far as I can push it on. It's gonna have to be good enough. It feels tight, like it's sealing, so it's probably all right. For all you people that like to off-road, I had this plastic gas tank in the rain, and a bunch of water got inside of it. It was only like a week ago, so I'm assuming the fuel pump is still okay. But this little spinny connector right here, this thing is anything but waterproof. It's like loose in there. Guarantee you, it's what let water into the tank. I don't know how you can get away with this crap with the EPA and regulations and stuff like that, because that's clearly letting fuel vapors out of the top of the tank. So that's kind of dumb. Anyways, seal this up maybe better if you're the kind of guy that likes to go deep in the water with your Jeep. And don't leave this tank outside in the rain like I did. All right, on the left is the 96 XJ. On the right is the 2000 XJ. The electrical connectors are quite similar, but the wire arrangements are different. And then this is a 4-conductor on the 2000. It's a 5-conductor on the 96 XJ. This is how I have it wired. So yellow goes to black and green, pink and black goes to white and black, orange goes to orange, purple and white go to, I think that's a pink color, and then black goes to black. This is the ground, I think, for your fuel pump. This is the power for your fuel pump. And then I'm making educated guesses here as to how the rest of all that stuff for the sending unit works. But I'm pretty sure I guessed right. And if not, I will guess differently when I get it all together. All right, I got the fuel pump hooked up underneath the car all the way down. Like the float level's all the way down on the ground. And my gas gauge is slowly falling down to empty. When I raised it up, the gas gauge slowly went to full. I don't know if my low fuel light's gonna work or not. I heard the pump turn when I turned the ignition on initially. So I'm pretty confident that when I go to put this thing in there, everything's gonna be a-okay. I don't know. Still going down. I don't remember when that yellow light turns on. I would think the low fuel light would have turned on by now. So I don't think I have my low fuel light operable. Is that a word? Operable? I think operable is a word. Try and raise it off the ground a little bit. Nope, that's as far down as it goes. And then just so you all believe me, gas gauge is slowly going up now. So I'm pretty sure that wiring is right. Sometimes things don't make sense. This has like this sharp edge right here. We're gonna use one of these. Look up NOGA on eBay or something. And I am going to put a lead-in chamfer on this on that hole. Yeah, you get the idea. Another trick is to take these things on and off. You get like a little piece of angle iron. Everything's so hard in front of the camera. And then you put your screwdriver right in there on the angle iron, and you beat on the screwdriver to get it on and off, because these things don't last too long when you use just a screwdriver tip. All right, I got the 23-gallon under the Jeep, but the filler neck is way too long. It's how far it's hanging out with the hoses on. I don't know, I'm probably gonna have to take, Christ, I'm probably gonna have to take like 4 inches out of there. I'll let you know when I get it done right how much I took off. All right, this is the XJ hose next to the ZJ hose, and there's a bit of a length difference right there. This does not fit onto the plastic tank. Why didn't I just use the filler neck out of the ZJ? Well, that didn't fit the body of the XJ. So I'm gonna trim this guy down. I'm obviously not gonna trim that end. I'm gonna have to trim that end. Let's hope it squeezes on after I'm done with that. All right, I took about 6.5 inches off of the filler neck. And then I also had to chamfer the hose to help it like go onto the barb on the fuel tank. I'm gonna grease this up because it's like a pain in the ass to get on the tank. And then I am like kind of whittling this away because I don't know what the length needs to be, because I haven't like cinched or fastened the tank down yet. Just because I can get the hose on there doesn't mean that when I go to like put the tank on in its final resting place that it's, you know, the hose ain't going to be too short. So I'm trying to get there slowly and carefully, because you know, you got nothing but time on this planet. All right, I've taken this thing in and out a ton of times. Get a pipe in here, bend this piece of sheet metal up out of the way in here, okay? Don't leave any comments about this. This is my Jeep. Go fuck yourself.